They'll be calling you a radical. Kevin Blanch. I got to put a video on two said subject matters tied together. The last 48 hours in this world, I have never been so inspired in my life. I really have had this feeling for the last week, this incredible vibe inside me. As one of you great commenters said, Kevin, I'm a cancer survivor, kidney cancer survivor. I think what you're experiencing is joy. I think they're right. I think it's joy. I think it's just been so long since I felt joy, since any of us felt joy. I want to get to two subjects. Of course, Fukushima and the Japanese marches over there. I'll post like, wow, 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 wow. Holy cow, they did get up high. Wow, have you not seen those videos? Oh, how it's unbelievably inspiring. One. Two, the Supreme Court ruling. I want to get into it and I want to talk about it. I want to talk what a mega marquee day. It will live in infamy. It is the biggest day that happened. June 28th, 2012 will live in infamy. It will be one of the biggest days in 20, 30 years. I really believe the biggest day in the last 40, 50 years in pertaining to popular culture, the Supreme Court was 2000, November, December. The Supreme Court Justice, the Gore-Bush ruling is the most powerful day in American, maybe since June 6, 1940. I really believe it. I wrote a whole book about it. I call it The Blowjob That Changed the World, Post-Ignorance. It's a massive, massive, massive day on two said reasons. Not because of the personal mandate, not because I don't want to get into Obamacare. Look, number one, Obama did not pass Obamacare. I mean, it blows my mind how radical people are. Congress passed that law. Why do we have the three branches of government, which is, by the way, one incredible, genius, brilliant, magnificent system they set up. The two-party system, brilliant, genius. Why has it not worked? Because it was never set up to be dogmatic and boom, boom, boom. They took the quantum leap, which worked for all those years, thinking that great minds and brilliant, genius minds, men and women, great, brilliant minds, have something called logic. They never would have dreamed that we totally lost logic. They would have never dreamed we lost logic, which that's why it has not worked. We lost logic in our politics. Why was that such a big day? Because the 5-4 dynamic of the court. And I'm going to go off on CNN on this rant of mine and what pathetic pieces of shit. Tubin's a piece of shit. His book, The Nine, is the most boring, ridiculous piece of trash I have ever read. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. No dynamics. As he said, Strauss-Kahn, he had him guilty. As I put up those videos, I said, he's not guilty that day. As he said, he's wrong on everything he said. Jeffrey, my name's Jeff. He's pathetic. David Gergen, pathetic, pathetic. At the midterm, Gergen. Harvard, pathetic. Let this be clear how much Harvard lost in their endowment. As I manage the university endowment, they are pathetic. Pathetic. How much did they lose in their... Gergen, he is the dean over there. Okay? The political science dean. He said at the midterm, when the CNN has 9 people lined up, yeah, one thing Barack Obama doesn't have to deal with that Reagan did. You know, they were comparing Reagan and Obama at the midterm. Obama has this massive unemployment that Reagan didn't have, and I'm like, oh my God. And they all just sit there and drill on it. Including Carl Bernstein was, I mean, what a pathetic guy is. His beautiful, magnificent, she said about him, passed of what I have, leukemia 2 days ago. Nora passed 2 days ago of leukemia. As she said, that man could have sex with a Venetian blind. They sit there and drill on themselves, and I'm going, are you kidding me? This guy's the political science dean? Wow, this guy worked in the Reagan. The unemployment rate at the midterm in the Reagan and Obama were identical to the decimal point. Wow, that's how pathetic these people are. Why is this such a big deal what happened? I'll tell you why it's a big deal. 5-4, as the court has turned into politicians in robes for 12 years. It's been totally route. Ever since Sandra Day O'Connor left, as Roberts has grown a conscience, has Roberts, the conservative neocon that he has been, has he just got it right, or has he grown a conscience? Has he changed? He's changed. And I'll tell you why he has changed. It is a massive, massive deal. As we had a good court when it was 4-4 and Sandra Day O'Connor became that swing vote with logic. I'll tell you why it's a big deal. Even he, as far right as he misread that to Obama. As Alito and he were appointed in a lie, a total lie. because Bush did not win. He did not win. Tribe himself, as he taught, Byers himself in the dissension says it so beautifully, the biggest slap of the United Constitution in history. We have the Electoral College to give states rights, as the feds trumps it. Look, what is the role? What is the role of that court? It's not to make law from the bench. It is to rule on the legality of that. Congress makes law. Popular opinion makes law. You voters who don't even know who your congressmen are, as I did my PhD with this camera, 2,000 interviews. What's your opinion of Congress? Who's your congressman? Don't know. You make law with your ignorance and your popular opinion. The Supreme Court upholds it or turns it down. Is Alito a radical in a robe? Yes. Is Scalia? Scalia needs to recuse himself from all the country because he is no judge. He needs to retire, thus recuse himself. Honestly, the man is completely car rolled off his rocker. Did Robert, it's a wake-up call to the Republicans. Oh, it better be, because I'll tell you what, even Roberts, as far right as he is disgusted at how far radical the right has gone. Where the Republican Party has gone into la-la cuckooville. Even he, you could see. We had a discussion 2 days ago, a professor and I. We had a big discussion about the ruling on the Montana case and the ruling on the Arizona case. And as I said in the ruling on the Arizona case, as I talked about it, I said, look who it is. So I said, one of these guys is going to grow conscious at some point and get turned off by the far radical right. One of them is going to do it. You know, we talked about who's it going to be. You know, is it going to be Kennedy? You know, we're thinking Kennedy, well, we know it. Sure, it wasn't going to be Clarence Thomas. We know what he is. Him and Alito and Scalia, they're not judges. They really are not. They're beyond politicians in robes. They need to recuse themselves. Every one of them. They're pathetic. So Roberts is so disgusting. Has Roberts did it get it right, or has he changed? He's changed. He is even disgusting. It is such a breath of fresh air. It is such a. That's 12 years since the lie was passed down. It has been one catastrophic nightmare after another. Has it been one? And then back to Fukushima. Fukushima has the lies as they're summing out and trying to apologize to Japanese people over and over. There's one article after another and apologetic. You know, we hid the maps. We hid the zone. We hid everything from those people. Japanese culture does not protest. They do not protest their obedient culture. As I graduated from this school right here, the #1 school of business in the United States, only 27 grads, as the group of students were half Japanese. I'm very tied with those people. They're very good friends of mine, beautiful, brilliant people. As I communicate, I understand there will be this. You look at those videos of the protests in the street yesterday. Oh my God. Wow. This is Japan. This is Japan where these protests happen. You take a look. They got up high. I posted it on my channel. People are posting all over, and thank you, you girls that sent them to me. It's always the girls, isn't it? It's always the girls. It is always, like Nora said, you know, that's a big deal that she passed of leukemia. She was something, you know, I wasn't a fan of her moves, but her mind and her brilliant wit. Look, we are turning the corner in this country. We are starting to be really, I have never had, you know, maybe it's because I'm coming out of this, oh yeah, absolutely. I've got a second chance in life. I have got a second chance in life. As this bullet wound in me is healing now. It is healing, and I can do what I need to do. And I go out and be the activist that I was born to be. I could be the environmentalist that I was born to be. As I slept outdoors, literally, I have been so inbreded, not as you think inbreded with the birds, the sun. As I was out at Antelope Island 2 days ago, and I wasn't feeling very good, and I was worried about this coming back on me. As I was out there, and I spent the whole day in the sun, and I remember this beautiful, hot sun in this desert, what it does to my body and what it does to me. I remembered what it does, and it saved my life. I've never felt better in the last 2 days in my entire life. This ruling on the Supreme Court, I'm not going to get into debate about all Obamacare. I could write a whole book after what I've been through the last 250 days. Is the American medical system a total disaster? Yes. Is the American medical system on other days totally beautiful and joyous and great? Yes. Yes. And I could go into it to the 10th power. As you people know what I went through has been watching my vlog. These are two power. This post-ignorance titanic change in this country has happened. As the sex in the Occupy movement was last one, that was sex born out of love, not the 30-year-ago freaking hate sex that was born in a crack house. This is born out of love. That baby has been born. That post-ignorance Bull Moose 2.0 has been born. It is born. This is a titanic change in this country. Philosophically, and the media and the people that are behind in a teabagger far right, the media is left so far behind. They have no clue what is going on. They have no clue. And we will hold you accountable. All the media, all you people, we are going to hold you freaking environmental poisoners, and you corporate media, you Sanche Guptas, you Ann Coulters, that dude, all of you, we are going to hold you accountable. Watch us. Kevin Blanch, stay tuned.